Hi everyone, welcome back to the coding series. Today's problem is sum of beauty of all substrings. The beauty of the beauty of a string is the difference in frequencies between the most frequent and least frequent characters. Now let's see that with the example. Given string is this one, okay? The substrings with non-zero beauty are. So if you take AAB, so A is the most frequent because it is occurring two times and B is the least frequent. So what is the difference between them? 2 minus 1, right? So 1, which is non-zero. So this will be considered as a what? Beauty of a substring. Okay. Now second one. What is the highest frequency? Highest frequency is coming from A. So that is 2. What is the least frequency? Least frequency is 1. Either you can consider B or C. So 2 minus 1, 1. Similarly, this one. Highest frequency, either you can take it from A or B. So 2 minus 1, 1. Similarly, this one. So for this string, substrings with non-zero beauty are this one. Okay. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So output is 5. So given string is return the sum of beauty of all its substrings. Beauty of substring means you have to calculate the difference between the most frequent and the least frequent characters, and you have to sum up all those things, and what is the value you have to return them. Okay, so for this difference is 1, 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 for this difference is 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so total 5. So output is 5. Similarly, for second example, the output is 17. Okay, now let's see how we can solve this. So we'll consider same example A, B, C, B. So A, B, C, B. Okay. How you will form substrings? First you will take A, okay, and A is one substring, B is one substring, BC is one substring, BCB is one substring. You will start with A and you will take all the corresponding characters, right? Now you already took from this one. Now A, B, C, B is one substring, right? And A, B, C is one substring, A, B is one substring, A is also one substring, right? Now, so this is also done. Now BCB, B, B, C, B, C, B. Okay. Now C, C, B. Yes. At last only B. Okay. Now if you take difference here, highest frequency and the least frequency are same. So difference is 0. Here 2 minus 1, it is 1. Here if you take 2 minus 1, 1. For this 2 minus 1, that is 2, 1. So if you take this one, 2 minus 1, 1. This one, 1 minus 1, 0. This one also 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. This is 1. This is also 0. This is also 0. This is also 0. So how many you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So output for this is 5. Okay. So first what you have to do? You have to form a First you have to form all substrings. Then you have to, for each substring, what is the highest frequency and the least frequency you have to take, and then you have to subtract that and you have to sum up all the, you have to sum all them. Okay, sum the difference. So now now let's see how we can approach this A, B, C, B, right? Okay, first I will take one pointer that is pointing to index 0. Okay, first n is equals to len of string. Okay, and I will take one resultant or total to return for the answer. Okay, this will be initially pointing to 0. Okay. After this, I will iterate over a for loop. So for I is to equal to 0, I less than ln of s and I plus plus. Okay. So when you start from 0, you have to, okay, I is this one. Okay. And I will take one more pointer that is pointing from j is to equal to I. Okay. This I represents from which index you have to take the substring. J will add or take all the substrings like A, B, like that. Okay. For J is to equal to, so for J is to equal to I, J less than ln of S and J plus plus. Okay. Now, so when you're taking A, okay, so this will, so this for loop is for substrings that are forming from the starting index. Okay, starting from this I. So what you have to do is, I will create, since our string only contains the lowercase English letters, so how many alphabets you have? We have only 26, right? So I will take one array to store the frequencies of each character. Okay. So what I will initialize one frequency count. Okay. That will be array of, so it will be till 26. Okay. Now what I will do? So when I iterate this, okay. So initially I will take one max. Okay. Before to that, so first I will frequency count of, okay, s of j minus, so what it will do is, so it will take I. Okay, when j is equals to I means I equal to 0, j equal to 0, that means s of j is this one. Okay, s of j is this one means s of 0 is character a minus a. So you will increment the index of the frequency count, that means this will be 1. Okay, instead of storing that in a map, what I will do is, I will, so instead of storing in a map, I will store that in the one frequency count array. So it will, so now when you, so this will point to s of j minus I. If s of j is character a, it will point to the first index and you will increment the first index, that is 0 index. Now for suppose, okay, now j, when j equal to 1, s of j, is s of 1 minus corresponding. This is also pointing to s of 1 is a minus a. Okay, that is 0, right? So you will increment. So this will be 2. In that way, it will denote we have two characters a. So in that way, you will keep the frequency count for each character and you will store that in the array. Okay. Now, okay, this is to for the frequency count. Okay. Now, so for, okay, after that, what I will do is, I will take one max frequency, that will be 0, and min frequency I will take the maximum value integer. Min frequency is the int of max value. Max value. Okay. So after that, once you calculate, okay, once you calculate, you will every time you will have to check which is the max and which is min frequency. Okay. So for that, for k is to equal to 0, k less than ln of frequency count, k plus plus, okay, if max frequency is less than frequency count of k, so I should keep that in the max frequency equal to frequency count of k. Okay. And similarly I have to do it for min k also. So if min frequency is greater than frequency count of k, because every time min frequency should store the least frequency character. So I will keep that in the min frequency equal to frequency count of k. Okay. Once you have done that, what you have to do, you have to total plus equal to max frequency minus min frequency. Okay. And then you have to come out of that and then you have to return total. I will explain you. Okay. So if you take this one, I will erase this. Okay. We'll take one example. Okay. So when S is equals to A, B, C. Okay. A, B, C. So when I equal to 0, you will come inside this for loop. J is pointing to 0. So you will keep one frequency count 0, 0, 0 and so on. This will be 26. So this array is of length 26 because we have alphabets of 26 only, right? So S of J, S of I, J when J equal to 0, when I equal to 0, when I equal to 0, when I equal to 0, when J equal to 0, S of J minus I. So that is A. So you will increment this. You will increment this max frequency you will take and min frequency you will take. So you will come inside this. Okay. Now ln of frequency is only 1 because you have stored only, sorry, it is 26. Okay. So max frequency is 0. When frequency of count of k, here frequency count of k, when k equal to 0, what is the its value? It is 1. So max frequency is less than 1. So you will append max frequency to 1. Okay. And what is min frequency? Min frequency is int max, that will, which will be greater than 1. So it is greater than 1. So you will keep min frequency is 1. So for when substring is A, because you have started from A. When you start from A is also one substring, A is one substring, A, B, C, A, B is one substring, A, B, C is one more substring, right? So for I equal to 0, I will explain. Okay. Similarly, it will start from A, B, C like that. Okay. Now, when I equal to 0, now J equal to 1. So it will calculate what is the total. So total will be 1 minus 1. So total is 0. Because for A, what is the maximum frequency, and for A, which is the What is maximum frequency? A is only the max. Why? Because it is occurring only one time. So 1. What is min? Min is also 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. Now when j equal to 1, you will take these two substrings, right? So frequency count. Okay. Hmm. So when j equal to 1, s of 1 minus a. So you will increment this frequency count again to 2. It will be 2 now. Max frequency is 0 into max. Now, why? Because this one. Why every time I am? Because every time max frequency, min frequency will get changed. I'll tell you here. Max frequency initially is it is 1, but when j equal to 1, now this index is 2 because AA comes twice, right? So again you have to go inside for loop and you have to see. Max frequency is 1 initially. Frequency count of 0 is 2, which is 1 less than 2. So here max frequency is 2. Okay. Min frequency. Min frequency is 1. 1 is greater than frequency of count. 1 is 1 is not greater than 2. So min frequency still remains same. So you will calculate max frequency, min frequency. That one 2 minus 1, that is 1, and you will append that to total is 1. So like that you will check for each substring and you will keep everything in the, and you will add the difference in this total and you will store for every substring and you will sum for every substring. Okay. I hope that is clear. So I will show you the, see, n equal to ln of s and I equals to 0, I less than n. So I just kept this frequency count and then same, j equal to I, j less than frequency for every time whenever you see any. This is to keep the store of the frequency count for each character and max frequency, min frequency, and then this is to get the max frequency and min frequency and you will store that difference in this sum and you will, at last you will return the total. Okay, we'll submit this. All test cases are passed. Let's submit. All test cases are passed. Now if you think about the time complexity, here we are iterating over n and for each you are iterating n times. So O of n square. What is the space complexity? Since you are storing, uh, result is you are storing in one variable, that is O of 1, but frequency count you are storing, that what is the length of that? It is 26, right? So it is 26. So what you will do? So what is the space for that? O of 26. Still that is a constant, right? So space complexity is O of 1. So space complexity is O of 1 and time complexity is O of n square. Okay. I hope this should be clear. If you have any questions, please do add in the comment section. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you guys.